Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the QubicaAMF Tech Tip Podcast. This is a weekly podcast where we take you on a journey through the fascinating world of bowling technology and beyond. As always, we have a very special guest today. First off, if you've never listened to the show, I am your host, Orly. And we always have a different guest. And this guest has been hiding from me for a while, so I have to give her a hard time. I could tell when somebody is kind of a little nervous to come on the show. You know, sometimes they give these little excuses, and Angel has definitely been avoiding me. But I finally tracked her down, and we have Angel Metsch on the show. Angel is a max training specialist. Angel, welcome to the show.
You found me.
I found you. And I had to tell her everything's going to be okay. It's all right.
I ran out of excuses.
I know some of you listen to Seeds of Success podcast with me and Dottie, and not everyone is like Dottie and myself. We could just jump on the mic and just start talking, and we have to kind of set a timer at times because we'll talk forever. But no, I appreciate you joining the show, Angel. And first off, you know, I know we've had some other max training specialists on before, but can you kind of just let everyone know what you kind of do when it comes to training?
Yes, of course. As a max training specialist, anytime that a center that is running our Conquer system or any of our scoring systems do an upgrade or an install, we go in and help get everything set up and get them fully trained and functional, so that they can, get the most out of everything that they've purchased for their bowling center.
Yeah, when I helped open a center, we were all new to bowling, and the training specialist came in. We'll give him a shout out. Ben came in and trained us. And it's cool because, here you are, especially if you don't have any kind of knowledge in it. And then all of a sudden you have this person come in and they're sharing all this information. They're kind of like a lifesaver. Like, okay. And, like I said, you might be a little nervous here, but when you're opening a new center for yourself, you're nervous too. Cause you're like, it's one of those things like, okay, are we ready? Are we not ready? And you just kind of finally have to open the doors and say, let's use what they taught us. And and then sometimes, we'll reach out to the trainer. I'm sure you get that too. Like, hey, I forgot how to do this. But yeah, you guys are lifesavers. So thank you for that. So Angel, the reason I have you on the show today is we want to talk about, kind of like, let's say someone books a web reservation or books a reservation. Let's say they have a big party coming in, birthday party, and, they have a certain amount of guests that are going to be coming in. And then they call you the day before. The front desk gets a call. Hey, we're not going to have this many people coming after all. Or we're going to have a bigger amount of people coming in. How can they change that? Because, whoever's at the front desk might start, getting a little freaked out and like, oh my gosh, what do I do? How can they go about doing that and changing the reservation? Is that something you can kind of go over with us today?
I can. So I'm just going to kind of give you the play-by-play on how to go through and make those adjustments. So first thing we're going to do is actually find the reservation that we're needing to edit. Once we have that reservation and select it, we're going to select modify at the bottom of the screen. Assuming we are just adjusting the number of bowlers without adjusting the number of lanes, in this scenario, more for like corporate parties, birthday parties, different things like that. All you're going to do is select all lanes on the left side of the screen, and then hit modify all at the bottom. This is going to bring up your modify all screen, which is very similar to the screen that was originally there if you put the reservation in yourself. On the left side, you'll be able to go in and adjust the number of bowlers in the reservation and hit OK. Once you have done that, it's actually going to automatically update the reservation. It will evenly distribute the number of bowlers across the number of lanes that you have set for that reservation as well.
Okay. And, I can't let you off that easy. I'm going to throw a second question in there. And let's say it does modify the amount of lanes, or somebody says, hey, we need 2 more lanes or 2 less lanes. Where can they change that? In the same area, or where would they go for that?
It is going to be in the same area. They are 2 different processes, though. Say that we are needing to add additional lanes. They've decided that more people are coming to the birthday party, and you're needing to add an additional lane. It's going to be at the same price point that they originally paid. Again, go back into the reservation. At the bottom, where we were clicking modify all earlier, beside that you'll see new. We're going to click on new. When we do this, it's actually going to pull all of the basic information from the reservation into the additional lanes. This is going to include the date, the time, the contact information, as well as the price key. Once you do this, you can go through basically as if you were to creating a new reservation from the beginning and add the additional lanes, set the time, make sure that the price key is correct and hit OK. This is going to keep the reservation as one lump sum, but you're also going to see the new lanes added to the reservation as well. If this was a prepaid reservation, then it will automatically, adjust to the deposit that was previously made. And you'll see that what the amount due is still going to be on the screen as well. If we were to remove lanes from the reservation, this is a little bit easier, but a little slightly more tedious. Back into the same thing. We're going back to the left side of the reservation, where we have all of our lanes listed. If we're needing to just remove a few lanes from the bottom of the screen, you can simply just click on which lanes that you're wanting to remove. Say the reservations, lanes 1 through 6. They now only need 1 through 4. We're going to remove 5 and 6. You can click on lane 6. And down at the bottom where we have new and modify, we also have delete. You can click on delete, and that's going to remove that lane. And then you can repeat that process for as many lanes as you're needing to remove. As you remove lanes, it will automatically adjust the number of bowlers that you had listed into the reservation based on the number of bowlers that were pre-assigned to that lane as well.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, see, Angel, that was not very hard at all. You did a great job. So you know what that means. I'm going to call you back to get you on the show again.
I feel that coming. We can talk reservations all day long.
There we go. Yeah, I try to make everybody comfortable. That's the first thing they always say is, what do I got to talk about? We can talk about whatever makes you feel comfortable. Or, you guys are out there. So I'm always like, what are people asking the most? Because, we want to be able to help people. So they come on here and listen. And right. Speaking of helping people, if you haven't had a chance to check out previous episodes, make sure to go on there and find them, share them with your staff, any other people, that work in a bowling center this might help. Until next time, I appreciate it, Angel. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And we will talk to everyone soon.